Welcome to Wisdom for Your Day, where we look at the specific life lessons found in the histories of people who have navigated the extremes of the human experience. This is Nick Vujicic. He was born with tetra amelia syndrome, a rare condition that left him without arms or legs. While the image we see today is one of confidence, Nick's childhood was defined by a massive gap between himself and the physical world. While other children moved through the playground with ease, he was forced into a state of early isolation. The classroom environment did not offer a reprieve. He faced relentless bullying from his peers, making the school day a constant reminder of his differences. This environment led to a severe depression. He spent his early years convinced that he would never secure a job, never marry, and never live an independent life. Nick later realized that his physical limitations were manageable. It was the belief that his life lacked a purpose that made his childhood unbearable. This is a mental state we can call the normalcy trap. It is a loop of waiting for a miracle and repeatedly asking, "Why me?" When the focus remains exclusively on what is missing, the potential utility of current circumstances remains invisible. Nick's trajectory shifted when he stopped asking why he was born this way and began asking, "What can I become?" He realized that confidence would not be magically granted to him. He would have to build it manually. Two people can face the same hardship, but their internal narratives decide whether that obstacle results in bitterness or a sense of direction. This shift began with radical acceptance. It is the choice to stop waiting for life to get easier and to fully embrace reality as it exists in the present moment. This does not mean liking the hardship or pretending the pain isn't there. It is simply a refusal to surrender to defeat. It is built on one very specific question. This is my reality right now. Now, what can I do with it? Resisting an unchangeable reality creates more suffering than the obstacle itself. You carry the weight of fighting the facts. Dropping this resistance frees mental resources. Stop using energy to protest your situation and start using it for problem solving. By accepting his physical boundaries, Nick was able to use those constraints to force creative solutions and build unique strengths. His transformation was actually a long sequence of very specific, mundane achievements. He began by reverse engineering daily tasks. This included figuring out how to operate a computer independently, navigating a keyboard and mouse without the use of hands. He moved through a list of basic routines, like brushing his teeth, learning to swim, and answering telephone calls. Confidence grew through this repeated effort. He focused on measurable progress rather than waiting for a perfect outcome. He eventually applied this persistence to public speaking. The beginning was difficult, involving financial instability and initial rejection from audiences. The physical resilience he developed as a child became emotional resilience as an adult. He realized that a lack of hope is often more limiting than a lack of limbs. Unbreakable confidence is a structure built by surviving daily discomfort and refusing to quit when progress is slow. Nick's journey points toward a core observation. Humans can endure immense difficulty, but they are fragile in the face of meaninglessness. When the focus remains entirely inward on one's own lack, it creates a cycle making the pain feel heavier. But when suffering is used to help someone else, the focus radiates outward. The pain gains a direction and a practical use. This became Nick's guiding philosophy. If his life could encourage just one other person, his own struggle was entirely justified. It is a truly notable paradox. He did not solve his despair by finding a way to change his body. He solved it by finding a way to help others change their perspective. That mindset shift eventually scaled into the organization Life Without Limbs, carrying his message to millions of people across dozens of countries. His message to anyone dealing with insecurity or rejection is that a difficult current situation is not the end of the story. He developed resilience by confronting despair directly, rather than trying to outrun it. Nick's life story demonstrates that the ability to find real value in one's struggle is a vital form of strength. It is the choice to turn personal hardship into a resource for others. Thanks for joining us for Wisdom for Your Day. If Nick's story changed your perspective, like, subscribe, and follow the channel for more.